What's good? What's good? How y'all doing, man? Welcome to the live. Welcome to the live. We in the building, man. I'm gonna chop it up with y'all for a little bit while I wait on my son to get out of school. And we finna get into it. We finna talk about what we always talk about: the fact that you could be, do, and have anything you desire. Nothing can stop you except for you. Your only limit in life is your own imagination. If you could think it, you can do it. But if you can't think it, you can't do it. If you could think it though, if you could just start to focus on it, if you could just start to imagine in that direction, you'll accidentally start to move in that direction. Your body is following your thoughts, your body is following your focus. And if you are the type of person that's spending a lot of time focusing on what you don't have, focusing on what's not going right, focusing on what you don't like, don't be surprised when you just create more and more and more of that. Don't be surprised when you continue to find more evidence of that. Where attention goes, energy flows. You got to stop focusing on what you don't want. You got to stop thinking about what you don't want. You got to stop feeling about what you don't want and start moving your energy in the other direction. Things have to shift in here and in here before anything shifts out there. What's going on out there is a reflection of what's going on in here and in here. If you can't hold it in your head, you can't hold it in your hands. But if you just start holding it in your head, that'll pick up momentum. You'll find yourself accidentally starting to do the things necessary to hold it in your hands. Every problem is a thinking problem. Every problem is a thinking problem. I don't care if it's a money problem, a marriage problem, a fitness problem, a health problem, a weight problem, a job problem. If you change your thinking, the problem will cease to exist. But you could work on the problem all day long until you alter the thinking that created the problem. That problem will not cease. You can go get a new job, and if you don't change your thinking, you're gonna go create that same situation at that new job. You can go divorce this husband, divorce this wife, and go get you another one. If you take that same thinking into that new marriage, you finna create that same dynamic. So you got to stop trying to manipulate what's going on out there and realize the work is manipulating what's going on in here and in here. You got to change what's going on in your head. You got to change what's going on in your heart. It's some really good ideas waiting for you once you change your mind and change your heart. It's some new relationships, some new opportunities, some new discoveries waiting for you, but it's only coming after you change your head and you change your heart. What's going on out there is a reflection of what's going on in here. The mirror is not going to smile until you smile. The bank account is not going to get rich until you get rich. You got to stop letting out there dictate how you feel. You got to stop letting your past dictate how you feel. You got to figure out, how would I feel? What things would I believe? What convictions would I have? What would I be focusing on if I already had it? And you got to start focusing that way now. You got to start believing that way now. You got to start affirming that way now. Every problem is a thinking problem. You can't fix a problem with the same thinking that started it. Absolutely right. Your only limit in life is your own imagination. Say that out loud. My only limit in life is my own imagination. Disease can't stop me. Diagnosis can't stop me. Depression can't stop me. Anxiety can't stop me. The economy can't stop me. Tariffs can't stop me. The cost of eggs can't stop me. Them closing down TikTok can't stop me. My government can't stop me. Racism can't stop me. My age can't, nothing can stop me. Now I can focus on any number of things and let that be my motivation for quitting. But make no mistake, that's not what stopped me. That didn't make me quit. That's just what I was focusing on when I decided to quit. I am a creator. And because I'm a creator, I take full responsibility for all of my creations. Whether I love them or hate them, I created that. I created my credit score. I created the quality of my relationships. I created what I see staring at me when I look into the mirror. I created the car I drive. I created the house I live in. I created my income. Love it or hate it, I created that. But because I created it, that means if I don't like it, it's as simple as me creating something else. I don't got to unpack why I created it. I don't got to understand why I created it. I don't got to get a lecture. It's as simple as me starting to focus different. It's as simple as me starting to believe different. It's as simple as me starting to react different. It's as simple as me starting to get clear about what I want and start talking about it. Start reading books about what I want. Start having conversations about what I want. Start listening to podcasts about what I want. And as I start talking about it, it's going to pick up momentum. The excitement is going to increase. The ideas are going to increase. The energy inside of me is going to increase. And I'm going to find myself accidentally going back to school. I'm going to find myself accidentally getting the certifications. I'm going to find myself accidentally finding a mentor. I'm going to find myself accidentally joining a school community where, wow, they're giving away way more information than I thought. And going, wow, they're giving away this much information for free. I wonder what's in that $19 program. Then I'm gonna find myself in this program where I'm spending $19 a month, and it's giving me the keys that I need. But now that I'm finally focusing in the right direction, it's all working. Because it's been times where you've got gems and you've gotten keys and you've got the things that you needed out there, but you didn't have what you needed in here. You gotta understand, if you're not thinking right and feeling right, information can't save you. If you're not thinking right and feeling right, a process can't save you. If you're not thinking right and feeling right, you can have the perfect mentor. You can have the perfect guru. You can have everything out there could be lining up. If you're not thinking and feeling right, you're going to sabotage it. You're going to sabotage it. What do you want? Step one is, what do you want? We're going to simplify this 5C thing. Step one is, what do you want? Step two is, think about what you want. Feel about what you want. Start sending your thoughts and your feelings in the direction of what you want. That thing that I call calibration, that's all calibration is. Thinking and feeling in that direction. That's what all the hypnosis audios that I give you guys for free, that's all they're designed to do, to help you start thinking and feeling in the right direction. Like I always tell my clients when I hypnotize them, hypnosis doesn't have a direct effect on your bank account. Hypnosis is not going to have a reflection on your business. It's not going to have a direct reflection on your health. It's going to change your thoughts and your feelings. Now, this is where it gets interesting. When you think and feel different, you accidentally stand different. When you think and feel different, you accidentally say, wait, I'm not going for that. Hey, boss, I think you left off a zero. I understand my value now. When you start thinking and feeling different, you accidentally gonna get bored of old friends, and it's gonna just be some people you just cut out of your life. When you think and feel different, you no longer are counting on reckless spending to make you feel better, because you already think and feel different. So you start investing your money and starting wait instead of wasting your money. You start pouring money into your business instead of spending money on. As you start thinking and feeling different, your bank account gonna respond, your relationships gonna respond, your body language gonna respond, your confidence is gonna respond. I always tell my people who come work with me to manifest, I always tell them that end result, whatever that thing is you want, is a distraction. The car in the garage, the person in your bed, the money in the bank, that's a distraction. What you need to do is figure out, what beliefs would I have if I already had it? What thoughts would I have if I already had it? What convictions would I have if I already had it? What would my perception be if I already have it? And you got to start perceiving that way now. You got to start thinking that way now. You got to start feeling and acting that way now. And if you just think, feel, and act that way for a period of time, out there ain't got no choice but to start responding different. Out there ain't got no choice but to start responding different. But when you trying to force out there to do things that you haven't even built in here, you hustling backwards. You gotta hold it in your head before you can hold it in your hands. I Coach Bosses was an idea in my head before it was a website. I Coach Bosses was an idea in my head before it was something that was generating income. Abundant Living Coaching and Hypnosis was an idea in my head before it was what it was out there. Creators Create was an idea in my head before it was the Creators Create that you guys know. You got to learn how to get just as excited about the idea as you are about the finished product, because the idea is the same frequency. I mean, it's the same product. The idea is the same exact thing as the finished product. It's just at a different rate of vibration. Steam, water, and ice, all the same thing. It's just the same thing at different rates of vibration. If you got steam, you got ice. If you got water, you got steam. If you got water, you got ice. If you got ice, you got steam and you got water. It's all the same thing at a different rate of vibration. The desire for money is the money. It's just the money at a different rate of vibration. How do you turn the steam into water? And how do you turn the water into ice? I want you to see the line that I'm drawing here. I'm drawing the line that your desires, your thoughts, those are steam. The finished manifestation, that thing that you want, is ice. How do you turn steam into ice? How do you turn steam into ice? It's not even rhetorical. I'm really asking you guys that. Out there in the physical, if you got steam and you want to turn it into ice, how do you do it? What's going on, Isley? What's going on, Nate? What's up, Casey? What's up, B? How you doing? Don't overthink this. If you got water and you want to turn it into ice, what do? We're gonna slow it all the way down. We finna get granular with this. We finna slow it all the way down. Freeze it. Freeze it. So that's what I want you to start looking. That's how I want you to start approaching this manifestation game. If I got the idea, if I got the desire, if I got the need for it, I already got the steam. I gotta freeze this steam into ice. How do I do that? So out there in the 3D, you're gonna have something called a freezer. You're gonna put it in a freezer, right? Well, the freezer in the 4D, the freezer in the 5D is your focus, your attention, your beliefs, your convictions, your reactions. You're gonna start responding different. You're gonna start reacting different. You're gonna start thinking different. You're gonna start feeling different. Now, if I got a cup of water, if I take this cup and I put it in the freezer for 10 seconds, is that gonna be long enough to turn it into ice? Yes or no? And if I come back and check it 10 seconds later and it's not done, I go, it's not working. Let me take it out, look at it. Yeah, it's still in there. No, let me put it back in there. Then I come back 10 seconds later and I take it out and go, dang, it's still not freezing. I leave it out. I try to figure out why it's not freezing. Let me put it back in there. Every time I take it out and put it back in there, I'm restarting the process. Every time I take it out and put it back in there, I'm restarting the process. So right now, you talking to somebody who's in the process of manifesting multi-million dollars. I'm in the process of manifesting multi-million dollars. And I can see the water freezing, but it's not done freezing. Most people, right now, they would take the cup out of the freezer and sit it on the counter and try to figure out why isn't it frozen. And that's why most people will never get the multi-million. Leave the cup in the freezer. Stop confusing not finished with not happening. Just because it's not finished don't mean that it's not happening. Do I have the multi-millions yet? No. Did I double my income from last year? Yes. It's in the freezer. Why would I take it out of the freezer? Stop taking the cup out of the freezer. Leave the damn cup in the freezer. Say that out loud. I'm leaving the cup in the freezer. The word manifest means to make obvious to the mind. Doesn't mean to hope for it, doesn't mean to wish for it, doesn't mean to build it with your hands. It means to make obvious to the mind. I've made it obvious to my mind that I'm a millionaire. I've made it obvious to my mind that I got ideas that are really valuable to other people. I got processes that are really valuable to other people. I got high value skills that are really valuable to other people. I've made it obvious to my mind that I'm an amazing orator. I can stand on any stage and deliver powerful messages. I've made it obvious to my mind that those messages are valuable to people. Those messages are valuable to organizations. Those messages are valuable to people on TikTok. Those messages are valuable to people on YouTube. People want to read the things I write. People want to hear the things that I say. I got a God-given gift, and that God-given gift is my road to millions, and I'm on that road. I've manifested the $1 million. Is the $1 million in the bank account yet? No. But did I manifest the $1 million? Yes, because I've made it obvious to my mind that I'm a millionaire. Does that make sense? The end goal is a distraction. The end goal is a distraction. Am I thinking the thoughts? Am I feeling the feelings that if I stay this way, the millions have no choice but to show? If I keep doing what I'm doing, if I keep doing these live streams, if I keep making the YouTube videos, if I keep seeing private clients, if I keep working with companies, if I keep investing in other things, if I keep doing what I'm doing, the millions have no choice but to show up. But if I get distracted by the fact that the millions aren't here yet, and I start noticing that the millions not here yet, and I start focusing on, well, why aren't they here yet? What's gonna happen is my income gonna stop doing this and start doing this. I'm on the road to the million. All I gotta do is keep doing what I'm doing. All you gotta do is keep doing what you're doing. Don't worry about is it here yet. If you keep doing what you're doing, it will be here. If you go plant a seed, you understand that you're not gonna get a tree today. If you plant a seed, you're gonna understand that it's not gonna happen instant. You gotta wait. leave it in the ground. The 3D always takes time to catch up to what's going on in here. The 3D is always going to take time to catch on to what's going on in here. Your job is to make the 3D follow you and to stop following the 3D. God didn't give the world dominion over you. God gave you dominion over the world. Why are you letting the thing that you have dominion over dictate how you feel? Why are you letting the thing that you have dominion over dictate how you focus? Why are you letting the thing that you have dominion over dictate your thoughts, your feelings, your emotions, and your actions? Does that make sense? You got to start focusing on purpose. You got to start looking through things that don't serve you like a window. You got to stop getting distracted. Every time you get distracted, that's the equivalent of taking your cup out of the freezer. Leave the damn cup in the freezer. Now, you got to understand your old entity, that old frequency, that old version of yourself, it doesn't want to die. It wants you to stay where you are, right? So it's going to do things. And when you start to get momentum going, it's going to bring things in to try to get you out for the new wave and onto the old way of thinking. Your job is to control your response. Your job is to control your focus. Your job is to think and feel on purpose. Stop letting people offend you. Stop letting people get under your skin. We've been talking about in some of the other lives how a lot of people have no problem defending themselves physically. If you push them in the physical, they'll push you back. If you call them stupid in the physical, they'll say, I'm not stupid, your mama's stupid. They got no problem defending themselves in the physical, but spiritually and emotionally, they don't have that same level of defense. You got to start defending yourself spiritually. You got to start defending yourself mentally. You got to start defending your focus. You got to start defending your focus. If you can't control your focus, if you can't control your thoughts, if you can't control your feelings, if you can't tell you what to do, why in the hell would you ever expect to be able to tell reality what to do? If you can't tell you how to think, if you can't tell you how to feel, how in the hell do you expect to tell reality what to do? How do you expect to tell a bank account what to do if you can't even control your thoughts and feelings? How do you expect to discipline children and raise responsible citizens when you can't even control your thoughts and feelings? Stop wasting all that energy trying to manipulate what's going on out there and start spending that time changing what's going on in here and in here. In here and in here. Does that make sense? And I love how as we were having this conversation, it was a troll in the comments. You just got a front row seat to what happens when you control your focus. A troll requires something to troll. If you prove yourself untrollable, the trolls fall out of your existence. The distractions need somebody that's easily distracted. You don't gotta stop. Jay, it's just so much going on in the world. It's just so much going on in the news. You gotta control your focus. You can't, well, I'll feel good if no. You can't put how you feel on pause until something out there. It's your mind, it's your eyes, it's your ears, it's your attention, it's your imagination. Stop letting people bully your focus. It's your focus. It's your focus. Jay, I don't know how I'm supposed to be faithful with all these half naked. It's your focus. It's your focus. Jay, I don't understand how anybody can make it in this economy. It's your focus. What are you focused on? Because that same economy that you're talking about, you don't understand how nobody can make it. It's several people making it in that economy. Stop focusing on people who are failing and start focusing on people who are making it. But what you'll see oftentimes is people are looking for people to relate to. They're looking for people to justify their circumstances, and people who got a life that's working opposite those circumstances, they label them as evil people, bad people. Oh, those billionaires with all of their money and all of their resources. Oh, though, why do you need that many cars? Why do you need a house that big? Because I like it. Because I like it. And if you align with the energy instead of pushing against the energy, oh man, you'll be surprised. You'll be surprised what happens when you align, when you stop hating abundance and you start aligning with abundance. When you start aligning with confidence and stop, oh, they so arrogant, I can't stand it. They think okay, you got to start aligning with what you like. A double-minded man is unstable in all his ways. Pick a side. Are you team abundant or team lack? Are you team health or team unhealthy? Pick a side and stay on that side. Keep the cup in the freezer. If you keep the cup in the freezer, the water has no choice but to freeze. You don't got to do affirmations for it to freeze. You don't got to make a vision board for it to freeze. You don't got to get your notebook and write, the water is freezing, the water is freezing, the water is freezing. You don't got to write it 3 times in the morning and 6 times in the middle of the day and not. You don't got to do that. You got to just leave the damn cup in the freezer. If you leave the cup in the freezer, the water will freeze. If you leave the cup in the freezer, the water will freeze. Well, Jay, what if I already got things in my life that I don't want in my life? Then you purposely take that cup out of the freezer. If you got relationships in your life that you don't want, take the cup out of the freezer. Thaw it out. If you got financial circumstances in your life that you don't want, take the cup out of the freezer. Thaw it out. You see how it worked in both directions? The stuff you want in your life, put it in your freezer. Coach Jay, what's my freezer? My focus, my feelings, my emotions, my convictions, my beliefs, my reactions to reality, my narrative around life, the story that I tell myself. That's my freezer. So I'm going to take the things out of my freezer that I don't want frozen. I'm going to put the things in my freezer that I want frozen. Does this make sense? If you can think it, you can do it. If you can't think it, you can't do it. If you can't think it, I don't care how much willpower you use, you can't fucking do it. If you can't think it, you can't do it. If you can think it, you can do it. And if you can feel it, you'll accidentally do it. What I say all the time, when you feel angry, you accidentally knock a whole bunch of shit over. When you feel angry, you'll accidentally curse people out. When you feel angry, you accidentally slam the door. When you feel angry, somebody can say, what's wrong with you? You say, I'm fine, ain't nothing wrong with me. Okay. You see how your body, when you feel angry, you accidentally do angry. When you feel sad, you'll accidentally cry. When you feel sad, you'll accidentally stay in bed all day. When you feel sad, you'll accidentally procrastinate. But when you feel confident, when you feel successful, you'll accidentally put in 12 hours, 13 hours, 16 hours on something that you're passionate about. When you feel excited about what you build, and you'll accidentally find investors. And you weren't even looking for investors. You just was talking about this thing that you were excited about, and other people saw the passion and saw the identity and saw how fired up you were about it and say, hey, I want to invest in that, or I want to buy that. I want to be a part of this. But when you outside of that and you trying to use willpower to get people to invest in what you're doing, you're hustling backwards. I accidentally find investors all the time. I wasn't asking for no money. I'm just talking about this stuff that I'm excited about. I accidentally find customers all the time. I wasn't looking for customers. I'm just talking about this stuff that I'm excited about. I'm just talking about this stuff that I'm calibrated to. But because I'm excited about it and because I'm already successful in here and out there, I'm accidentally talk successful. I'm accidentally stand successful. I'm accidentally present myself in a successful way. You got to stop waiting on reality to change before you feel different. You got to feel different, and reality has no choice but to change. Stop letting reality bully you. Stop letting reality bully you. You stronger than that. You smarter than that. You are a creator. Creators don't wait, they create. You're not a waiter, you are a creator. Say that out loud. I'm a creator. I'm a creator. And because I'm a creator, now that I'm creating on purpose, things about to be real different around here. You know why? Because I'm done creating anxiety. I'm done creating excuses. I'm done creating problems. I'm done creating reasons why it won't work. Because I'm a creator and I'm taking conscious control of my creation, the first thing I'm creating is unshakable confidence. The first thing I'm creating is an ability to walk into any room, stand on any stage with my shoulders back, my chest out, and my chin up. The first thing I'm creating is a version of me that's unconditionally confident. A version of me that doesn't negotiate when anxiety. That's the first thing I'm creating. And from there, you can create whatever the fuck you want to create. Other hypnotists sometimes ask me, like, bro, how are you a successful hypnotist and you dress like that? Bro, you wear t-shirts and hats and Nike tech suits all the time. Like, you rarely get dressed. How would you? I am a successful hypnotist. You can't tell me how a successful hypnotist dress. I am a successful whatever I got on, that's how a successful hypnotist dress. I am, not I will be, not I'm going to be, not I'm because I am a successful hypnotherapist. So, therefore, whatever I put on, this is how successful hypnotherapists dress because I am a successful hypnotherapist. Now, if I was outside of the identity of successful hypnotherapist, I could put on a three-piece suit, and that three-piece suit wouldn't save me. If I was outside of the identity of being a successful hypnotherapist or being a successful entrepreneur, I could put on a polo shirt and some nice slacks and some nice shoes, but that outfit wouldn't save me. That outfit wouldn't save me. But because I am a successful hypnotherapist, I can put on this baseball cap and this t-shirt, go stand in my office, and the phone gonna ring, leads gonna come in through the website, because this outfit not gonna stop what's going on in here and in here. You need to go hard, go hard. But understand this. Before you go hard out there, I want you to go hard in here and in here. Going hard out there is gonna frustrate you if you haven't laid the groundwork in here and in here. Lots of people have went hard out there. They've learned about funnels, they've learned about marketing and how to make a great H1 tag and how to upsell and give freebies and build a mailing list. There's lots of people who have went hard out there, but they didn't build the identity in here for the funnel to stand on. So they built a really good funnel on quicksand. But I'm telling you, I see people all the time on TikTok and other forms of social media who they funnel not the strongest, but they so convicted in what they believe in. They so convinced that it's gonna work that they booking people right in the inbox. They I see people here on the line, cash out me is such and such for they don't got a funnel. They don't know what an H1 tag is. They've never invested in Google ads. They've never invested in Facebook ads, but they've done the work in here, rather purposely or unconsciously. I don't know if they worked with a coach. I don't know if they worked with a hypnotherapist. I don't know if they just fired up about it. But they've done, if you do the work in here and out here, I mean, in here and in here, you'll accidentally do some really cool stuff out there. You'll accidentally build a really dope business. You'll accidentally meet some really cool people who want to invest in you. You accidentally meet some people who want to be your customers. You accidentally meet people who want to date you, who want to be your friend. If you just do the work in here and in here, out there will take care of itself. If you just put the cup in the freezer, the water will freeze. You got to stop. I'll feel good when the calendar is full. I'll feel good when the website is getting leads. I'll feel better. No, I'm successful right here, right now. Because you got to think, it's going to take a successful version of you to write the copy that works. It's going to take a successful version of you to make the content that actually converts. It's going, like, you got to become that person to even get access to the ideas that will have the result that you want. Like, if you want, we was using the radio station example. If you're on a radio station where they play country music, I don't care how big your desire is to hear rock and roll, they playing country on that station. You don't got to use willpower, you got to change the station. So if you want some abundant ideas, if you want some game-changing ideas, if you want to be a thought innovator, if you want to be a leader in your field, in your area of expertise, you got to change the frequency. You can't get the results and then get on that frequency. You got to get on that frequency, and that's the results are there waiting on you. The ideas are there waiting on you. You can't say, okay, I'll get a bunch of money, then become rich. You don't got access to rich ideas until you become rich. If you're not on a frequency of riches, if you're not on a frequency of abundance, the abundant ideas sound like a scam. And the scammy ideas sound like abundance because they resonate with the frequency you on. Does that make sense? Well, if you're not on a frequency of abundance and you trying to create abundance out there, you're about to get scammed. You're about to waste some money. You're not going to find no shortage of coaches and therapists and mentors who will take your money week after week, month after month, year after year. And when you're not getting the result, they're going to say, just try harder. They're going to always put it right back on you. And they're not wrong because it is your fault, but they telling you, oh, the funnel works. The funnel, I'm not going to say the funnel don't work, but what they missing is the energy to put behind the funnel. I'm not going to say the software you selling them don't work, but that software can't save them without the energy. That software can't save them without a message, and they can't create the message until they get on the frequency that they would be on if they already had everything they wanted. You got to become that version of yourself now. I tell my athletes, you don't get a trophy and then become a champion. What happens is you become a champion. When you become a champion, You're going to accidentally start walking like a champion. You're going to accidentally start talking like a champion. You're going to accidentally start going the extra mile like a champion. You're going to accidentally start holding yourself to a higher standard. You're going to accidentally hold your teammates to a higher standard. And you're going to accidentally get a trophy. You're going to get a trophy because champions make trophies. Trophies don't make champions. Champions make trophies. Money doesn't make millionaires. Millionaires make money. Does that make sense? Businesses don't make entrepreneurs. Entrepreneurs make businesses. If you want to own a business, I suggest you become an entrepreneur. I hate it when I'm talking to somebody and they go, well, Jay, I'm trying to get into, you're going to be trying to get into it for a really long time. I am. I'm a motivational speaker. Not I'm trying to get into motivationals. I'm a motivational speaker. And if you just become a motivational speaker, you'll accidentally join Toastmasters. You'll accidentally start watching TED Talks and reverse engineer what other people are doing. You'll accidentally get in your mirror and start practicing. You'll accidentally start keeping a notebook of ideas because that's what speakers do. But if you I don't know if you're waiting for somebody to tap you on the shoulder and meet a guru and go, okay, my child, you are a motivational. There's no ceremony. There's a decision. No ceremony necessary. I am. Make a decision and sit in that decision. You making that decision is the equivalent of you putting that cup in the freezer. And the cup stays in the freezer as long as you stay in that decision. Stay in the decision. Don't let the economy scare you out of that decision. Don't let the look on somebody's face out there scare you out of that decision. Don't let a small live stream scare you out of it. Oh man, only 9 people showed up. I don't think it's working. 9 people showed up. 9 people got to hear my message. I had 9 people hanging on every word. I had 9 people tapping the screen. Ooh, we headed in the right direction. This thing, keep the cup in the freezer. Keep the cup in the freezer. Keep the cup in the freezer. And the more momentum you get, the faster it'll freeze. Can hypnosis help to get you into that decision? It can, but the way we would use hypnosis is it might be a part of you that's scared to make a decision. So we would use hypnosis to deal with that part of you. You don't need hypnosis to make the decision, but you want to make the decision with a version of you that's not drenched in fear. You want to make the decision with the version of you that knows who the fuck it is. Like I always tell my people, you don't want to be problem solving while you're under the influence of what you don't want. So we want to get you under the influence of what you want, and then we decide. I don't want you pricing products while you're under the influence of, oh man, this is gonna be tough. The market is oversaturated and I don't really know nobody. Now I want you to get under the influence of, I'm an entrepreneur, I'm creative. I can learn whatever I need to learn. I can stretch myself whatever way necessary. I'm born to do. I want you to get in net and then set your price. And I want you to get in net and then set your goals. I don't want you setting your goals while you're in fight or flight. So that's the way we would use hypnosis. We would get you in your parasympathetic nervous system. We would tell your amygdala, hey, shut up. We safe. Hey, we good over here. It's not a tiger chasing me. It's not a lion chasing me. I'm safe. And your amygdala gonna say, oh, well, since you're safe, I'll be quiet. And that frontal lobe gonna engage, and good ideas gonna start finding you. I don't believe most people know the difference between a choice and a decision. Okay. So as hypnotists, we deal with these things that we call nominalizations. Nominalizations are nouns that you can't put in a wheelbarrow. You can go out and ask 10 people, what is love? You're going to get 10 definitions. So you ask some people what a choice is, they're going to have one answer. You can ask some people what a decision is, they're going to call it what you want, make it. You can call it a freezer, you can call it a refrigerator, you can call it an ice box, you can call it a put the fucking cup in there. Like, because we can pontificate and go back, put it in the freezer. I don't care what you call it. Do you understand like the picture? Can you grasp the concept that we're talking about? Because people spend a lot of time going back and forth over that type of stuff that at the end of the day it really don't matter. We can have some profound conversations about it, but it ain't gonna get us no closer to our desired reality. Put the cup in the freezer. Make a choice, make a decision, make a whatever. Right. And that's the stuff like People get real because it sounds good on it. You put some emotional music behind it, and you go see a decision is non-negotiable, no going back, but a choice is when you can change your mind. And people will get fired up on that stuff because it get you dope. But at the end of the day, who cares? Just put the cup in the freezer. Put the cup in the freezer. And that's what a lot of people they think that, those quotes and that stuff is self-development. That's not self-development. That's a quick dopamine. That's a dopamine hit. And Myron Golden, as dope as he is, Myron Golden is a phenomenal salesman. Great dude, but he's a phenomenal salesman that understands that dopamine opens up checkbooks. I'm a hypnotist. I know hypnosis when I see hypnosis. But that's Myron Golden's free stuff. That's the free stuff. Get inside of that paid program. That's not what's behind that paywall. I know because I'm behind that paywall. That's not what's on the other side of that paywall. That's what gets your attention, get you coming to the YouTube, and get you watching all those videos. That's not what's behind his paywall. So yeah, it feels good. I know so many people who've read Think and Grow Rich, and their life does not reflect that they read it. Because it's in their conscious mind, but it didn't make it down to their subconscious mind. And they can quote it, they can talk about it, but they haven't embodied it yet. And that's what about getting behind that paywall is about. This is how you embody it. You gotta embody. To know it means nothing. Think about how much stuff we know we should be doing that we just simply don't do. I was out. It was a restaurant I had never been to before, but I had a chicken sandwich. The lady said, "Do you want it fried or grilled?" I was like, I should have it grilled, but of course I want it fried. Give it to me. I know that I should get it grilled, but knowing don't make me do it. No, give it to me. I feel like eating it fried. I know I should eat it grilled, but I feel like eating it fried. I know I should, but I don't feel like we got to install the filter. And just to be clear, I love Myron Golden. I've spent a lot of money with Myron. I spent enough with him. I don't think I got to spend no more with him. I think I got it. But I want you. I'm telling you, this manifestation stuff is simple. What do I want? Embody it. Keep it embodied until reality catches up. That's your 3 steps. What do I want? Embody the having of it. Stay locked in while reality catches up. Don't check my bank account and then unembody it. Don't get into an argument with my wife and then uninstall it. Don't uninstall it because your best friend go, "You sure you want to do that?" And this he come, I don't know. Keep it in the freezer. If you keep it in the freezer, it don't matter what the economy doing. It don't matter what the tariffs doing. It don't matter if your husband think it's a good idea or a bad idea. Keep the cup in the freezer. Because what people do is go, "Oh man, my husband said it's not gonna work. Let me go take the cup out the freezer. My mom said that's not gonna work." Your mama don't know nothing about AI. Your mom, no disrespect, but mama had a job her whole life, and you talking about entrepreneurship. You sitting on a frequency that mom ain't never even thought about stepping onto. Of course, it don't make sense to her. Just because I love you, don't mean I gotta go jump on the same frequency as you. I think I'm on a different frequency from most other people I love, and I'm okay with that. Don't mean I can't love you. I'm just gonna love you from my frequency and give you the freedom to love me or not love me back from your frequency. Just because I love you, don't get to dictate my frequency. Mom, dad, partner, grandparent, like just because I love you, I love you and I love me too, and I'm going to pick my frequency. I pick a frequency of abundance, unshakable confidence. Money comes to me easily, effortlessly. Money sticks to me like glue. And those are the beliefs I'm practicing. Oh, that's the identity that I'm practicing. I was talking to somebody the other day and I was asking them, they were telling me they're getting ready to graduate from a hypnosis college. I was asking them, "Are you going into private practice?" And as it came out of my mouth, I was like, it's literally a private practice. I show up and practice every day. It's not about getting it perfect. It's a private practice. Just show up and practice every day. Can feeling negative about what's in the freezer pull it out of the freezer? No, feeling anything about it is gonna put it in the freezer. To feel is to feel. If you hate it, you might as well love it. The opposite of like love and hate aren't opposites. They like first cousins. If anything, the opposite of love is indifference. I don't care what. Don't hate it. Don't love it. Neutral. I don't care. What do you think about? I don't. I don't. So yeah, to feel negative about it is to still keep it in the freezer. You got to take your attention off of it. You got to take your focus off of it. You got to take your reactions off of it. Yep, 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 yep. And in fact, a lot of people, I notice they're much better at putting a lot of momentum behind negative. They've had more practice with putting momentum behind negative emotions. So the negative, they can build that frequency way quicker than they can build the frequency of the positive of what they want. So to every action, there's an equal and opposite reaction. So with what you asking, what I would do if I got a negative emotion over here, if I got a negative result over here, if I got something negative over here that I don't want, I would ask myself, what is the equal opposite of it? And I would start practicing that energy. If somebody's sitting here and going, Jay, I hate my ex-wife. Jay, I hate her. If I could kill her and get away with it, I swear I would. Jay, I hate her. Oh my, I hate her the way I thought. What's the equal opposite of that? Love. Love, just unconditional love. You don't gotta perform a certain way. I love you and there's nothing you can do about it. You ain't gotta start practicing that feeling in relation to her. Just start practicing the feeling in general. Just start practicing. Take your attention off of her. You hate her. So she's paired with hate and hate is paired with her. So you can't think about her without thinking about hate, and you can't think about hate without thinking about her. Stop. Don't work on hate. Love. Meditate on unconditional love. But Jay, my daughter, oh man, I love my daughter. My son, man, I light up when they walk in. I love those kids to death, man. Love them to death. My daughter got my whole face, Jay. My son got my personality. Start focusing on the equal opposite of that emotion. And what you do is you accidentally take it out of your freezer. Because if you go reach for it, you're going to end up having a whole dialogue. Yeah, I got to take this cup out of this freezer. Because what she did it, and you finna get a whole new, you took one cup out and put 3 cups in. So what's the equal opposite? Focus on that. That makes sense. Focus on that, and that'll start getting you moving in that direction. And that'll start putting you on a frequency of love. And from that frequency of love, everything changes. It's like if I put red sunglasses on, everything I look at gonna have a red tint to it. It don't matter if I don't like this particular car in front of me and I think it's ugly. It's still gonna have a red tint to it. It don't matter if, hey man, that's the car I learned how to drive in. That was my first car. It don't matter. It's still gonna have a tint of red on it. Everything I look at is gonna have a tint of red. Not the stuff I like gonna have a tint of red. Not the stuff I appreciate gonna have a tint of red. Everything is gonna have a tint of red to it. If I put on my poverty glasses, everything is gonna have a tint of poverty to it. But if I put on my abundant sunglasses, everything is gonna have abundance. Everything, bankruptcy have abundance in it. Man, you know how many billionaires that went bankrupt? I'm in good company over here with this bankruptcy. I'm on the right track. I got on my abundance sunglasses. And one of the things I tell my clients sometimes, it's only delusion until reality catches up. It's only delusion until reality catches up. They put the man who discovered like the FM signal, like the radio signals, Macroney. They put this man, his family had him locked up in an institution when he first started talking about it. Stop needing people to agree with you. Stop needing other people to think that it's a good idea. You thinking it's a good idea should be all the convincing you need. And sit in that knowing that it's a good idea. And guess what? If you don't ever bring it up, they can't talk you out of it. If you don't tell them what you're thinking in the first place, how they can't talk you out of it. Stop sharing everything with everybody. Stop sharing everything with everybody. And you got to get good at controlling your perception. I want you to understand that you got one internal dialogue. You have one internal dialogue. So if you're the type of person that tear other people down all day long, why she wearing that? Who told her that match? Ooh, she look a mess. Da 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 da. You gotta understand that same internal dialogue is following you to the mirror. Internal dialogue is following you to the mirror. That same internal dialogue is going to help you build a business. That same internal dialogue is the one you're using to raise your children. So don't think you can judge and criticize and tear down stuff out there all day long and then think you finna do them affirmations and they finna save you. Nah, you got a momentum going of ripping shit down. You got a momentum going of seeing the worst in things. You don't got a momentum going of seeing potential. So it shouldn't surprise you when you're not getting the results you want when you're trying to manifest. I gotta go. My son just got out of school. I'll see y'all later. I'll put this on YouTube. It was a good talk. Love y'all. Ain't nothing y'all can do about it.